Nigeria is at an inflection point. On October 3rd, there was a viral video of a man being shot and killed by SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, a unit of the police that is notorious for corruption, brutality, and extrajudicial killings. This led to, within a couple of days, massive protests on the street calling for SARS disbandment. It was enhanced by and encouraged by the Nigerian diaspora. There were protests in London in solidarity with the Nigerians, and even here in the United States, the mayor of Houston held a vigil. Global international leaders used the hashtag ENDSARS or SARS must end to give the protesters an additional sign of support. And Nigerian diaspora all over the world contributed to this. So I think that social media presence told Nigerians they were not alone and they should keep on going. By October 11th, President Buhari disbanded the SARS unit.
The Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Nigerian Police, otherwise known as SARS, is hereby dissolved.
But there's no real interest in reforming SARS or addressing the underlying conditions. What the SARS protests will say at the same breath of disbanding SARS is that the police need to be paid more. They need more capacity. President Buhari later claimed that those officers would now work under a new unit known as SWAT, just a new name. The protests didn't stop, and it was married with some criminality. The military imposed a curfew on the protests, particularly in the commercial capital of Lagos. And on October 20th, in an area known as Lekki, they were mobilized even after the curfew had been declared. They started to see that the cameras were being taken down, the CCTV cameras, and the military approaching, and that is when they were fired upon, leaving 15 dead. Now the Nigerian government says as many as 60 have died, including police officers. There's lots of debates around how many people have died. I think it's fair to say that's a conservative estimate. The ENDSARS protests started as a very specific critique around police reform and anti-corruption, but it has morphed into a much larger conversation about Nigeria's challenges. I think the combination of growing disaffection with Nigerian democracy, the failure of transition between one leader to another in 2015, and the stressors that COVID-19 and the economic crunch have combined to make this moment so explosive. Nigeria's young, tech-savvy population was able to really be at the forefront of this leaderless movement. How do they translate this moment into true political change? How do they ensure that some of their long-standing grievances about opportunities, about a voice in the political system, move from the abstract and the aspirational into the concrete? And so this movement, which is important historically, has the potential to change the trajectory of Nigeria, is about the changing of the guards, young Nigerians standing up and say, we need to be the next group of leaders.